stick it to the metal part.
I'm Amara Ibidian. I'm one of the co-owners of Love and Make. So we're a DIY workshop. We're all about teaching people how to make handmade crafts like candle making, perfume. We do soap making and bath bombs. So all those different types of DIY projects you can do with your family, friends, groups, team building, things like that. We started back in 2017 as a pop-up shop. But prior to that, I've always loved DIY crafting. I've always loved making things. I'm an engineer by background. Went to University of Houston and always loved making things, figuring out how things work. And I think I'm a creative person, but not necessarily an artistic person. So I can follow a procedure or a recipe, things like that. And I learned candle making in college when I was at University of Houston. A friend of mine, she mentioned that she went on a date and her boyfriend made her a candle. This was like early 2000s. And so I didn't know people could make candles back then. Candle making wasn't as popular as it is now. And so I started researching. This was before YouTube and before, even before a lot of like websites and blogs and things like that. So I actually had to get out and do a lot of trials and testing. And I figured out my own way to be creative and make candles for my family and friends and birthdays, things like that. And then in 2013, I had an opportunity to do a little at-home get-together with some friends, and we made candles, and the idea sparked then. And it was so much fun. So I asked my sister-in-law in 2017, hey, let's maybe do some pop-ups in Houston and let's see how this goes, if this would be an actual viable business idea. We connected with a few local business spaces, people that rent out spaces, and we would host these pop-ups maybe once a month or every other weekend. And we did one in Rice Village in 2018, towards the end of 2018. And it was so successful, the Rice Village people asked us, hey, can you come back next weekend? And we
Wow.
did, and then they kept saying, can you just stay the month? And we did, and then we made really good money. So we asked them, hey, can we stay the next month? They said yes. And then the third month came and we were like, can we stay the third month? They said, wait, we actually have a business moving into this space, but we can rent you out your own space. And so that was the start of us being in Rice Village. Yeah, and I'm doing a lot of self-reflection over the years. I just realized that it's one of my passions is creating things. Not just being an engineer, but exploring both sides of the brain, the science and math side, and then also the creative side, using your hands. And also one of my passions is making things for people, is gifting to people. So it encompasses that as well. And then my sister-in-law, Bacola, she's a chemical engineer. Or I'm sorry, she's a pharmacist. So she has a chemical background. And so she brought a lot of that to the business as well. So she brought a lot of, okay, how do we use these different like pipettes and measurements and volumes and things like that, and different chemicals that we use in the shop. So both of us get to use our STEM background when we built out the business. I think that's one thing that differentiates our business from, other candle companies or similar type of business models, is that we really want people to not only have the fun of learning, but we want them to explore and explore their own creativity, as well as learn what's behind the items that they buy every day. A little bit of science behind, a little bit of, what does it take for artisans to make these products.